Today on Cross My Stitches, I'll be sharing 4 fully framed finishes, and I can't wait for you to see them. Hello my friends, my name's Jackie and this is my channel Cross My Stitches, where I talk about cross stitch needlework and all sorts of different crafts, mostly cross stitch, but I do some wool applique, punch needle, things like that, always involving thread and needles, so that's what you'll see on this channel. I am glad to be back. I'm sorry I missed everyone last week. It was just not going to happen. I had a lot going on, and as much as I tried to get it together to show you what I was working on, I just couldn't manage to do it. So I did, in the meantime, get 4 finished objects fully framed. So I'm excited to share that with you, and also share with you what I've been working on for the last 3 weeks, what I have planned, stuff that I have purchased to add to my cabinet of collections, and all sorts of other things. So let's get this started. 4 framed finishes. So I am so excited. I got my saw out. I have a 10-inch compound miter saw that my husband got me for last Christmas. And I used it a few times, but I pulled it out during this last time. I think I pulled it out last weekend. And I had gotten some really huge frames at a good price at the thrift store. I started cutting things apart, and I'm excited to show you what I got finished. So the first one, though, is not a frame that I made. It is a pre-made frame that I just painted white, and it is out of a Crosswing collection booklet. And I can't remember which booklet it is because I don't have the booklet in front of me, so I can't tell you that. But it is Piping Clovers, and this is my fully finish. And I absolutely adore this. I put it in my bathroom, so it's hanging above my toilet, to put it nicely. And the bathroom is painted blue, so I'm going to make it like a beachy summer scene in there with different things from the beach, because, you know, we came from Florida, so it's always nice to have things to remember what life was like before you moved away from a certain state or had a good time somewhere. But Florida is in both of us. I lived there most of my life. Randy lived there, I think, 20-something years, so we are going to make a beachy theme out of my bathroom, my second bathroom, my guest bathroom. So this is Piping Clover. This is done on a 28 count waxing moon. It is a fabric that is not dyed. It is printed. It is from Cindy Sorley's. I bought it from Cindy Sorley. It's on Cross Stitch Express, I think that's what it is, Stitchery Express. She's got a shop in Utah, and she also has a Facebook group, so if you're interested in what she has in her shop, join her Facebook group, which I believe is called Stitchery Express. And she has like videos every week, every other week, showing you what's new in the shop. And I really love this, and it's all called for colors. It is done on 28 counts, so it is 2/2. And this is my 3rd bird finish out of Crosswing collection. I have 2 more kitted up, so I need to get them rolling. But this is my first fully finish. The other 3 we're getting larger as we go along here. The second one is a design that I got from Cottage Garden Samplings. It is a PDF. It was in her shop as a PDF. It is called Clumsy Witch. It is done on a piece of Picture This Plus, I think it was called Mystic. It's 28 count. It is stitched 2/2 with the called for DMC. And let's take a look. And there she is. So this is a frame that was like a bronzy color. This is the original mat that came with the frame. And then there was another inset of another frame in here. So I pulled the inset out. I decided to keep the mat on it for now because I thought it kind of matched with the broom and the witch's face. It's got those colors in it, part of the flagpole. So I left that in. I painted the frame black. And when I get a chance, I will have the frame recut properly. But for this year, it's going to stay like this. And I think she come out adorable. That's all the called for DMCs. I don't think this comes in book format. I think it's only a PDF. And it came out last year. And as soon as she came out with it, I bought the PDF. And it took me a while to get it finished, but I am so happy with it. And it will go up for Halloween. In fact, when I'm done showing it to you, I'll probably get it somewhere, put up somewhere so I can enjoy it for the holiday season. So that's my second fully finish. And again, looks just fabulous. This frame was a pre-made frame I found that just happened to fit it. So it worked out really good, so I didn't cut that one. This one here, the next one, also is a frame I did not cut. So out of 3 out of 4 I didn't cut. I have several cut, and I'll talk about this one. You can see the back. It's, yeah, I didn't cover any of these yet. This here is Little House Needleworks, Little House Neighborhood. And I have to tell you, this is, like, again, I found this frame just this morning at the thrift store. I happened to go down to go grocery shopping, and I stopped off at the Goodwill and found this frame, and I was thrilled to pieces that it actually was going to fit in there. So I took it all apart and got it, and it took me forever to get this laced in order to put it in here because I realized that this fabric is not Zweigart fabric. It is a 28 count even weave. And it is not Zweigart. It is an unknown brand fabric because it does not have the orange stripe on it, and it is uneven. It is definitely uneven because it took me an eternity to try to even make this fit in the frame properly, that it looked like it was squared up. I was about to give up. I'm like, I'll never get this fit in here. I'll never get it straight. It will always be wonky. And I don't know if you can tell or not that it's kind of wonky in there, but I'm leaving it because it took me at least an hour and a half to keep playing with it to try to get it so I could actually get it in the frame and it would look halfway decent. So word to the wise, if you're not using Zweigart fabric or you're not using, who's the other one? Witchelt, check and make sure your fabric's square. This one, not sure where it came from, but it's definitely not those brands. And I know that the MCG one that used to be sold and that company went out of business and people are still reselling a lot of it, it is wonky too. It does not, it's sometimes longer than it is wider, and it's not totally squared. And this one was wonky in the fact that I think the threads were running at an angle, and as much as I tried to pull to straighten it, I couldn't get it to straighten. But it worked out great in this frame. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint the frame or not. I just wanted to get it in there and enjoy it for a while and make a decision, but I'll bring it up close. And I really love this one because this one is the one that I personalized all my own little animals that I wanted to be on it. So if you look on that top row, you will see a deer. You'll see my little wiener dog. You will see a bunny, and you will see a squirrel. So those are the animals in my yard. And then if you go down to the second row with the 2 houses, you'll see 2 kitty cats. I have 2 kitty cats. And one, I stitched this in 2022, as you can see, and I didn't have a black cat in 2022, but I have one now. So the black cat worked out great. And the other one I have, so I have 2 cats. So this is all. And the house on the bottom was the color that it was supposed to be. The middle color of the house where the front door is, that's the color of my house. It is a grayish brown with the red door. So that's how mine is in my house. So I made that a red door. And I'm not sure if it was a red door before, but it is. And then it has our last name on it. So really love this piece. It will get the glass put in it after I figure out what I'm going to do with it. But for the time being, it's going to stay like this. And then I've got to get some spacers. And I don't know if I'll repaint this or not. I might repaint it. I'm thinking about it. What do you think? Do you think it's a very dark brown? I don't know if you can see that. And what do you think? Should I repaint it a different color? What color would you think would look good with it? Would it look good with the red frame because of the wording and stuff? Or would it be a different color that you think? Or should I leave it alone? I don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't got a clue. So that is my third finish. And then the fourth one is a frame that I cut apart and fully finished it. And this is Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden. And there it is. So I absolutely love it. The frame came out perfect. I can tell that some of the lines are not perfectly straight. Like I can see here, I've got to do some repairs here to try to get this straighter. But I love it in this frame. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this will also get glass when I get an opportunity to fix it and get it in the frame permanently. But I love the gold frame with it. I think it really really helps show off the browns and the golds in this piece. So there it is. And I am so glad to have this done as well for Christmas. But I will tell you that I have plans to keep this out all year round. I will not put it away after Christmas. So I really want to start a sampler wall and have all these beautiful pieces on my walls, on one of the walls in the living room. That is my plan. So those are my 4 fully finishes that I am so proud of. I hope you enjoyed seeing those. Maybe inspired you to either get the pattern if you haven't seen it before, or attempt to do your own frames. You don't need a miter saw to do them. You can do it with a hand saw and a miter box and cut them. If you got a handy hubby or you're handy yourself, you certainly can do them. I will tell you that on the backs, I don't have one of those electric brad shooters. I don't know what it is. What I use are these little dinky, I'm sure you've seen these in the framing shops before. They sell them at Hobby Lobby. It's just the little brads. And I put them in. I have this chisel that you can see is old and beat up, and it's flat on this side. And I use that to pin them in place. And then I have a little dinky hammer, and I just hammer them in the back of the frame. This is how I do it. I'm not going to waste my money buying one of those expensive brad shooters. And I also picked this up, which I thought was awesome because I've tried it on several of the frames now. And I got this at Walmart. And there are repair markers, and they work great. So if you have little marks in your frames, and they're the brown colors, these are all the browns in a black. I think that's a black, yeah. That works really well with help cover your scratches and stuff. It has worked great for me. I really think it has covered a lot of the scratches on these old frames, which makes it great. Okay, so now let's go over to my whips. I don't think I have any finishes. I'm going to have to take a peek. I'm going to go grab a few things and I'll come back and we'll see what I have. Hold on. So the last time that I saw you were in the middle of AB Singo, which is a challenge for the month of October. Not for October, September. AB Singo is September, and it is by Carolyn Zook, C-Zook Stitch, and Robin Hall of Bird's Eye Stitcher. They have a group called Monthly Magazine Challenge, and in September we do AB Singo, and of course I was in the middle of it last time we videoed. I have finished AB Singo. I completed all of my prompts for AB Singo, so I was really thrilled that I was able to keep up with it and get it completely done. So let's see what finishing I did or what stitching I did on my projects from AB Singo. My first one is my Lady of the Flag. Let me see if I can find her picture. This is her. Everybody knows Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. And I did more stitching on the flag part up here, and I will post a picture of where it was when you saw it last time, and I'm going to try this time posting the picture but not doing picture in picture, because I have a feeling the picture in picture really slows down the processing of my videos for me, because normally it takes me hours and hours to get them to upload. So I'm going to just try putting pictures in and see if that helps any. So I will post here what Lady of the Flag looked like when you last saw her. And now this is what she looks like. And again, I said I've been working on that flag. So there she is. And I got quite a bit of the blue in the flag completed. And she's still all the way down. So I'm trying to get that whole left side completed. It's probably right for you. Right side? Probably right side for you. But if I flip it around, it's the left side. So it's on this side. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to get all that completed so that I can start on her head and her crown and stuff like that. So I've got to get the flag completely done first. And she's just coming out beautifully. This is a 20, is it 28 or 32? 32 count We the People portrait fabric. It's called Portrait. It's 60 inches, it says. And it is by Fabric Flair, which is Stitchery Express, which again is, oh my God, her name just went, Cindy Sorley. So that's where you can get this fabric. It is special cuts for Lady of the Flag. So of course she is my second oldest whip. She's going to go away for a while because for some reason I really am not excited about working on her, which is sad because I love her so much and I wanted to get her done, but I just drop bags down here. She's just, you can see there's Santa too. She's just not calling to me. So these are all, most of the things that I had on AB Singo were my older whips because that's what I wanted to work on. I have my hashtag no whips over 3, which is no whips over 3 years. And I'm trying to get those ones that are really old, and Lady of the Flag, I believe, is 2018. So she really needs to get done. The second thing that I worked on was my Mill Hill Autumn Gathering, which is this book here. Let me get the glare away, and I'm doing this up here. This is an out-of-print book that a lot of people have been searching for. And I did do more work on the Indian chief, and I actually did some work on the squaw too, so I've got her partially done. And there's that one. Well, I'll post a picture, sorry, of what it looked like before, when you saw it before, then you can see how much work I got done. But I got all of what you see of the Indian squaw, that's what I got completed during the challenge. So it's a beautiful piece. I love this fabric. It is a 28 count Monaco. Is hand dyed by Rolanda. And I think it's a beautiful green to do this design on. And it is all called for DMC. It does call for a lot of beads, treasure beads and beads in this piece. So I'm going to have to start buying them a little at a time because it can get quite expensive. I think it was like almost $60 just in the little treasures and the beads to do this one. So I think the next time I order off a 1, 2, 3 stitch, I'm going to have to order some of them and see if I can kind of build up to having enough to when it finishes. The third design that I worked on, this was a relatively new start this year, was Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I was really excited about this one when I started it, and I will show you here what it looked like when the last time you saw it. The last time you saw it. Okay, so that's where I was before, and this is where I'm at now. Hold it up right. And as you can see, I'm still missing the webs that go over here, the spider webs, because I don't like the moon. The moon is, I did change it. It was more orangey than that, and let me stand up so I can show you real close. And I didn't like that the moon was so orange, so I made it more yellow. And even after that, I'm not happy with the moon. I don't like that the moon has a face on it. I think it's not to my liking. So I'm going to have to rip all that out and redo the moon again, and then I will put in the spider webs. But other than that, this block is done. So I finished my first block, and I will be starting my second one this month. We got Friday the 13th coming up at the end of this week, so I will probably start my second one on Friday the 13th. So really loving working on this. This fabric is a piece of 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself, and there's the true color there. You can really see it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful purpley blue. So I'm really enjoying working on that. And I'm going to continue to try to do a block a month or a block every other month until I can get this completed. So the next one that I worked on for AB Singo, no, that's not AB Singo, we'll hold off on that, is my Glendon Place's Sleepy Hollow. Everybody's seen this design. It's just awesome. I seem to have a lot of Halloween going right now. I don't know how that happened, but I do. And this is being stitched on the called for 28 count, I think it's 28. 28 count Haunted, but it is the Lugana instead of the linen. So it is a different type of color. I'm going to post where I was the last time you saw it. And now this is where I'm at now. I did some more work on the horse, and I do really enjoy working on this. I don't know why I stopped to begin with, but I'm going to stand up again, make it easier for me to reach the camera. But this is where I'm at now. So I'm working towards, you can see the boot on the rider and his pants. So I'm working on that part, working up, doing the top portion of the horse. And again, I will continue working on this through October because it is Halloween month. And this is one of the ones that I have for Halloween. And that's not a good representation of this fabric either. That is more what the fabric looks like. That color there, that darker greeny gray. So also another one that I haven't worked on in a long time that I really would like to get some more work on. So I need to keep pulling these out until I get them done. This one here, I think this one was started in either 2018 or 2019. So it's been a long time, and that's as far as it's gotten, which is I'm not happy with that at all. I think part of it is having too many whips, for me anyway, because I keep jumping and starting new things, and then I don't get anywhere with my older projects. I don't like having them just sitting. I loved them enough to start them, so I would really like to get them finished. And my last thing that I worked on for AB Singo was my Map of Hawk Run Hollow. Now this design has gotten the most progress, and I have been stitching on this since I stopped AB Singo. Since we finished AB Singo, I have been working on this. This is my third oldest whip. And I really, when I first stopped working on it, I hated working on it. It's on a 40 count. It is 40 count doubloon, and I over dyed it with some tan Rit dye to make it a little darker. And I wasn't enjoying the stitch with over one thread on the 40, but I have since started, sorry, that's my phone. I have since started working on it again, and I'm so thrilled with the progress that I'm making. So I'm going to post a picture here of what it looked like the last time that you guys saw it. And this is where I'm at now. See if I can grab it here. Everything's wrinkled because I haven't ironed anything. Get up and show you this is how much I've gotten done. So quite a bit. Yeah, that's more representation of how dark the fabric is. All of this has been on there for quite a while, so that's been sitting there for quite a while. But all this other that you see, if I can get it straightened out, And all this down here, the old burial ground, the tombstones, the butterfly. I started up here with the road, so it's going to start coming down and through it. And I have been working on this almost every day for the last week or so. And I'm so excited about working on this now that I don't want to put it down. And I think part of it is that I've got it in, at first I put it in Pattern Keeper. I was able to get it to work in Pattern Keeper, which was nice. And all I have for my Pattern Keeper was my phone. So looking at a little phone trying to do it made it really difficult. And then I heard somebody mention another program that you could use called Markup R-XP. It is from a British company, and it is, I'll show you. This is what the main screen looks like on it. And it's very colorful. Unlike Pattern Keeper, this is got a really, I'm trying to tilt so it doesn't, it's got a really colorful screen. It's got a really colorful, let's see if I turn it this way. And there it goes. And, oh, you can't see it here. No, you can't see it on my phone. But it is really an awesome program. They do charge yearly for it. So it is, I think, $17.99 a year. And I bought it for my iPad because that's normally what I stitch on, is what I'm taping on right now. And I found it to be easier to load a pattern into and get it correct so that you can mark it off. And now I understand why everybody loves Pattern Keeper and now Markup RXP. I would love to know how many stitches I've done each day. I would love to know the progress on how far I am with my patterns, and now I know. Now I know, and I'm excited about it because I can look and actually see progress on my pieces. How many stitches have I done today? How many, you know, how far am I on my project? What's the percentage of my completion? So I can tell you on this one, I am at 19% complete, which is really exciting. So, and it makes me want to work on it even more, to know that it's in there and I can track how many stitches I'm getting in a day and how far I am with my progress. So it has really changed the way that I am stitching. I've always used my iPad to stitch, which I've done it in Goodreader for years, but I'm really loving this pattern. I'm really loving Pattern Keeper, which again, it's hard to get things loaded in unless they're meant for Pattern Keeper. It doesn't do the lines very well. But this other one, which is the Markup R/hyphen, it's a hyphen, Markup R-XP is really spot on in getting it correct. You just have to learn how to adjust to make it work in the program. The only thing that bothers me about the program, and I have contacted the designer of the program, is that if you have two different types of devices, so I have an iPad and then I have an Android device, and you can't buy one subscription and it work for both. You can either buy your Apple subscription or you can buy your Android subscription. They cannot, in other words, with Pattern Keeper, which right now they're not in ISO, they're not in Apple, it's not that big of a deal. But this was a program that I could use on both my devices, and I would be able to change back and forth with my whatever pattern I was working on, because I had bought a tablet relatively cheap, $50 on Walmart.com, and I have it loaded on my tablet, and the tablet's very light. I don't have to worry about something happening to it. It's $50. It's not my iPad, and I can transfer the pattern back and forth. So if I'm at home and I want to stitch on it, I can save the pattern to my Dropbox, and then I can just go to my Dropbox and download it to the other program, and it'll pull it up and it'll pull where my progress is, which is awesome. So that is exciting to me. I was hoping that Pattern Keeper would come out with a Apple version, but they still haven't done it. They've talked about it, they haven't done it. So I do have Pattern Keeper. It is on my phone, so if I'm stitching in the car during lunch or something and I'm working on my full coverage, it works great for that. And I'll continue to use Pattern Keeper for my full coverage. But for all my other patterns that are not full coverage, I'm really loving this markup R-XP. And I'm going to have to purchase a separate subscription, unfortunately, to my Android, because you can't cross over with the program. I've contacted them. I've said I've already paid for the subscription. Why can't I pull it up on my Android? And they basically told me that you couldn't do that because they have no way of knowing if you've paid for Apple. You haven't, and of course I said to them, I've got my receipt from Apple showing that I've paid for your program. Why can't you just release it for me to use on the other one? What's the big deal? And they said it's two different platforms and they can't intermingle them. So I just think that they don't want to do that because they want to make more money. So I am going to, I haven't done it yet because you get a 30-day, I think it's a 30-day try on this program, and I'm still in my 30 days. So I'm probably going to end up buying the Android one when my 30 days are up and having it so that I can go back and forth. But I probably will not renew my Apple one. I'll just keep my Android one. So with that all being said, I'm really loving working on my map of Hawthorne Hollow. I've really enjoyed that. And I think I also have my Sleepy Hollow in it. And a couple other things are in it that I'm really enjoying. I haven't put all my patterns in there yet, but I am enjoying it. Last time I showed you, and that's everything from AB Singo. And then last time I showed you, I was working on my full coverage piece that is the pumpkin, what's it called? Jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, I think it's called. Let me see if I can find the picture, because I know I have it in here somewhere. I'll stitch. Nope, not under that. Isn't it funny how you think you've got things all set up where you need to find them, and then when you go to look for them, no. And I cannot put my fingers on them. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I guess not, because I can't get I can't find it, and I know I have a picture of it somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yay! Okay, so it is called Jack-o'-lantern Pumpkin, and it's right here, as you can see. That is my full coverage. And I haven't worked on it much in the last couple of weeks, so I'm not even going to show it before. This is where I'm at with it. And I'm still working on the black lines in the top corner on a 20 count Ada, Easy Grid Ada. And again, I love this Easy Grid. I can see what the big hoopla is about this stuff too, because it does make counting a lot easier when you have it gridded. So I'm still working on it slowly. I'm going to put this back in my car and make this my car stitch while I'm at lunch each day, because I seem to do better progress when I put this in the car with me. And I'm also going to take it with me. My husband and I are going on a little adventure for a couple of days, and so I will be taking that with me as well, so I can work on it hopefully while he drives. Don't know how that's going to work out in a Jeep when it's all bumpy, but I'll give it my best to see if it'll work for me. It is Ada, so it'll be a little easier to see. So, but still excited about my full coverage. I do have two smalls. I'm not sure if I shared this one or not before. I think I did. And it is, let's see, let me go back. It is, I may not have a picture of it. I'm trying to see if I have a picture of the pattern. But it is out of the Just Cross Stitch Christmas issue. And it is just a little ornament that is a... Yeah, I don't see it. It's just a little ornament that is a buffalo, and it's called, I think it's called Collie Jolly Buffalo. And I can't even remember who the designer is, but I will look it up and I will post it over here. But this is how far I've gotten with it. It's just a little, and they call this a buffalo, but it really is a bison. In the U.S., we do not have buffalo. We have bison, but because Indians call them the buffalo, that's what we pretty much call them, but they are a bison. And this is to a remembrance of when my husband and I were in the motorhome traveling through the country, and we stopped in South Dakota and North Dakota and got to go to the Buffalo Roundup and got to see them and get up close with them, which is awesome. In our car, mind you, we didn't get out, but driving through and seeing them was great. So I'm trying to do ornaments on my Christmas tree that represent things that we've done or places we've gone, which I thought would be a nice remembrance for us at Christmas time with all the fun we've had together. So hopefully I'll get this done by the time you see me next time. I've just got to finish the bottom of his mouth is missing. And then down here, it has like holly and berry down here with some holly. And I think I'm just going to put Buffalo Roundup 2019 down there or something. Something I'll put down there in commemorative of what we did. So I'll remember that time. And it'll just be a little round ornament. I also have a new start, and the new start is also from the magazine. Let's see if I can get lucky enough to find a picture of that one. Probably not. It is from the Christmas issue, and I think that it's 2019 Christmas issue. I don't think it's 2023. Let me see. Oh, okay, so this one's 2020, and this is the buffalo one. You can see it right there. That's what it looks like. And the one I'm working on now, it might be in here too. Let me take a quick peek. If I have everything marked here. Yep, there's the buffalo one, and it's called, and it is Open Road Abode Needleworks. That's who that pattern is by. I'm blocking the pattern, and there it is there. Really cute. And then the other one, let me see if that's also in this magazine. No, it is not. So it's not in this one. It's probably in the 2019 issue. And it is a cat, and I can't remember. There's a picture of it right there. Just super, super cute. Hope you can see that. Yeah, the glare is bad. But she's adorable, black cat with a little mouse, and you know I have a little black cat now, so I'm going to stitch her to try to resemble my little black cat. And I started it on a smaller piece of fabric because it says it's supposed to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I was doing it on, I think, a piece of 14 count 8 or something. And it was getting way bigger than that piece of fabric that I had that was 6 by 6. So I'm like, okay, let's just start it over. So I'm doing it on a piece of 35 count Periwinkle by Weeks Dye Works. And this is where I'm at with it. I've got her hat and started with the little brim and the red, and that's as far as I've gotten with it. And even now it seems pretty big because you still have all the cat to stitch and then the mouse and stuff. So I think this is bigger than what they said it was supposed to be. I don't have the stitch count with me right now, but I'm guessing even at 35 count this is going to be bigger than 3 by 3 because it's already 2.5 inches, and that's just the end of her hat. So I don't know where they got 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, but no, that ain't gonna be it. And I think that's all of my stitching. I'm almost sure that's all my stitching that I've done so far. I did have a wonderful visit from an old friend. If you don't know who Peg is, then I'm gonna post the video number that you should watch with Peg and me doing a video together. It's been 3 years now, and she is a hoot. I love her. She loves samplers, And she came into town and she visited with me, and we only got to spend a little bit of time together. Our schedules would just not in click or anything, and which is sad because I really wanted to spend some time stitching with her. So, but she brought me some gifts and stuff, which was super sweet. So I want to share those with you. And Peg, I already miss you. You need to come back. She comes into town probably once every 4 months or so. So I'm looking forward to the next time she comes into town, because I'm going to free up some time to spend with her. But she brought me this bag tote, and I think she said she got it, correct me if I'm wrong, Peg, at a retreat or somewhere that she went to, a class, whatever what it was. But look at this. This is Margaret Ferguson, age 9, and it's called Manse of Harlow. And it's an actual design, cross-stitch design, that is printed on this tote, which is just absolutely beautiful on both sides. So I absolutely love this. I'll be using this when I go on my little retreats. I'll be taking my tote with my goodies in it. And then she also gave me a bag of Victoria Motto sampler threads. I mean, a bunch. I mean, there's just tons and tons of Victorian, because she was a member of the club like I was, and she was there a lot longer than I was, so she got a lot of floss from them. And these are 20-yard hanks, so who doesn't love this? And I love all these colors. This purple one, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. I love that. That's calling a Halloween piece if I've never heard them call before. And just beautiful. There's got to be 20 some odd ones over here that she gave to me. They're all just beautiful. I love that green. The blue is just beautiful. I mean, they're all just stunning. So I haven't added them to my floss wall yet because I wanted to show you guys. But just beautiful, beautiful. A lot of spring colors. It will be wonderful to start with the new spring start. So Peg, again, thank you so very much. I did gift Peg a few things. I also told her if she sent me some fabric, I would make some project bags for her. So she is going to send me some fabric, and I'm going to make some cool project bags just for her. So it was good to see Peg, and I hope next time that she comes into town that we will shoot a video. So I'm telling you, Peg, if you're coming into town, bring your stitching, bring us some goodies to see, and you and I will shoot a video and make sure that gets done while you're in town. So that was wonderful to see, Peg. Absolutely wonderful. I did get some goodies. I'm looking because I don't want to forget anything, and I feel like I am. I am forgetting one thing. I'll share that last. I'll share it last. I'm not going to get up right now. So I did get my fabric from Stitch Me, and everybody should have gotten their fabric by now. And this one is called Boneyard. It is a 16 count Aida. I have been buying Aida lately. It's a lot easier on my eyes as far as not needing my magnifier all over the place with me. And I can stitch in the car. I can stitch outside in the back here. And I don't have to worry about having the magnifier. So, and I have tons of linen and stuff. So I figured some Aida would be good. As I'm getting older, I better stock up on some. But this is Boneyard, and it is just gorgeous. I don't know how she makes her fabric so soft, but it is beautiful. I love all the variegation. Look at the bottom. It gets a lot darker, and then it gets lighter, and it is beautiful. And I'm trying to see if, yeah, it shows the same on both sides too. Sometimes on the linens and stuff it doesn't do that, but on this it does. It's really a beautiful fabric. So right now I'm in the 16 count club. I will probably at some point change it to 18 count. But for right now I'm doing 16, and then if I do the Friday night fight nights, I will usually get 20 or 22 count because I really like that smaller hole, so you look like you're stitching on a 40 count, but you're really not. I also purchased this one. This one is from Those Missing Stitches. It is Compelling Conkus, and she's got an Etsy shop, and this is it here. It's just a beautiful, beautiful turquoisey teal, and it is a 16 count. It's got a lot of beautiful modeling on it. And beautiful fabric. I will probably order from her again sometime. Hers is not as soft as Brandy's. It's still pretty stiff, but beautiful fabric. I placed an order with 123 Stitch, and of course I had to get the 2021 Halloween issue. I have the 22 and the 23, but the reason I had to go back and get 2021 because I didn't have it before is because I have gone nuts over Autumn Lane Stitchery. I am really hooked on Autumn Lane Stitchery. So in this issue, I thought there was this one, and that was the one that was from Autumn Lane Stitchery, which is the little, it says happy, afraid, cat, angry. So it's the pumpkins and the cats sitting in between them, which is just adorable. I want to do that. But what I was really surprised with is when I finally opened, I was looking through the magazine, there's a second Autumn Lane Stitchery in here. See if I can find it real quick. And it's this one, which I absolutely adore. It's the owl. Happy Owloween. So I was thrilled to see that that one's in the magazine too. So 2 of Autumn Lane Stitcheries in the same magazine. And it's a better buy to get the whole magazine than to buy one pattern. So I'll show you what's in this one, and there's several here that are just absolutely adorable. So this is what's in the magazine. So are those, and then if I flip it around, all of these are in there. Just so many cute designs, so many. So definitely wanted to go and get that, and I got it off of 123 Stitch. They still have them. And I also ordered from them All Our Troubles from La Ti Da. It says, if all our troubles were hung on a line, you would take yours and I would take mine, which is just absolutely adorable. La Ti Da. I love birds, so I have to get bird ones. And then I saw this kitty one from La Ti Da as well, and it's called Kitty Kitty. And I think it's just adorable. So I'm starting a kitty wall, I think. I have all these kitty patterns that I want to do, so I think I'm starting a kitty wall. And then I went nuts. Well, the other thing I bought on 123, hold on, was I bought some floss. And I decided I was going to try Anchor Floss, Anchor Black, because I had bought the spools of Anchor Black when I was in Michael's. I bought a white and a black, and I have to tell you, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And then someone said somewhere on one of my groups that the floss is different on those spools than it is on these, on the skeins. So I went and I purchased these two. I bought 2 black, 2 white, and a gray, and they are different. These feel like DMC. That other ones feel strange to me, and I don't like the way they stitch up, but these are really nice. These are almost like DMC, so I'm excited to see if these are a better coverage than the DMC ones. And I think I'm going to try it on my full coverage piece that I'm doing all that black on. I think I'm going to slip in one of these and see how it stitches up and see if I like it. And of course I got a gray one too to try. And then I bought a Silk Lame braid, which is a glow in the dark, because I really want my little moon on my Halloween piece to glow in the dark. So I bought that to try. Because I also have Sleepy Hollow, and it's got a huge moon, and I really want that to glow as well. So I got that. And then just in case, I also got a cry neck, which is a, trying to think of what they call it, the blending filament. And it is also glow in the dark. So I will use one or the other to figure out how I'm going to get my moons to glow, which will be really cool. I like to do that, put in a little silk, put a little glow in there, put in a little glitter, some, things that just make it jump out. But then I went nuts while I was not feeling myself, shopping on Etsy for patterns. And I love it when they have a great sale. So when they have a great sale, I have to jump on it because I can't help myself. And so I bought a lot of patterns on Etsy in the last several weeks. And the first one I got is, oh, that doesn't belong to that. Okay, now I know what that belongs to. The first one I got is, and I'm trying to see who the designer is. Hold on. Who did these? Happy Little Mouse is the Facebook, or not the Facebook. Happy Little Mouse is the Etsy store that these were purchased at. And I got the squirrel. Isn't that adorable? She's adorable. And I think I got him like 45, 50% off. So I was thrilled with it. I got the eagle. And the pictures don't look great because I print in fast draft, so I don't waste ink and stuff when I'm doing this. There's the eagle. From Cute Little Patterns by Maria. Last year, these were stitched for me by my friend Kim in Florida, and I just decided I need to have those patterns because I told her as soon as I saw them, I need to get those patterns. So I did. There's a little gingerbread man, and they're two-sided, so you stitch both sides and stitch them together so they are front and back, which is so adorable. And this one too, the gingerbread girl. So now I have those to do, and they're small, easy stitches on, you could do them on Aida fabric if you wanted. You could do them on perforated paper. You can do them on perforated plastic. You know, they make some plastic that's perforated. These would be fun on anything. And cute little designs. And then Durden Jones always has an awesome sale rolling. And I picked these up because they are, again, just so cute. And I like to have ornaments that are different. This is Autumn Fox. And I love it that it includes some specialty there. Some hardanger, and he's just absolutely adorable. I've never tried hardanger before, but I'm going to try it now. She has some excellent instructions on these. Summer Sea Ornament. So there's a summer one. Just adorable. You see how that blue fabric comes, you can see it through all the hardanger, which makes it real cool looking. And then Winter Deer Ornament, which I didn't realize until after I purchased it, it was in one of the cross-stitch ornament issues of just cross-stitch. So I already had it in the ornament book, but I ended up buying it again, not realizing it, but that's okay. And then this one, which was totally different, is a snowman star, which I thought was kind of a cool looking ornament. So I decided I'd try that one as well, because I love snowmen. Just so cute. So great pricing, and looking forward to trying those. I found this design. It is called Holy, 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 and it is from Crossford Rise Stitchery. And I know that is also on Etsy. And it is a beautiful nativity. Absolutely love that nativity. Won't get done this year, but it'll get done at some point. I'm sure I showed this before, but just in case I didn't, this is the Autumn Sampler by Crochet A Go-Go. And of course I have the winter started, but that autumn one just pops, and I just, I want to start it so bad, but I have enough going right now. I've seen this one many times, this fox, and I never got it. And finally it popped up in Etsy, and I jumped on it and got it, which is this one here. He is just absolutely adorable. And I don't know if the name on the top is the name of the chart or the designer. I'm not sure, but it is on Etsy. If you want to know and you can't find it, let me know, and I will send you a link to where it's located there. And with A New Creation Studio, I always love Allison and her beautiful designs. And so God With Us, which is just gorgeous. I'm really getting into these nativity type and the Christmas Christian ornaments. So that one definitely needs to be done. I already have one of hers completed that I need to fully finish. She came out with this fall design that was really, really pretty, and it is called Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. So if you haven't shopped in her shop, go over to her shop. It is A New Creation Studio on Etsy. And again, I would love to start this, but it's not going to get started till next year. This one here, I also got off of Etsy, and I don't know who the designer is, but it was a hummingbird. So there's two that are kind of like matching. So I figured I'd try the one, see how big it is, see how much is involved, and if I really like it, then I'll get the second one. This one here was a freebie somewhere. It says produced, no, that's not it. It's hummingbird with floral border, and I'm almost sure, and it says copyright 2023 by Megan Law. I'm sure it was a freebie somewhere, but I can't remember where. I'd have to hunt back and see if I can figure that one out. And these come out of my Just Cross Stitch Halloween issues. And I don't even know what year. This one, it looks like, I don't know why that says that along the top. I'm not sure why that says that. That's odd. But anyway, it's called Pump Kit, and it's a little pumpkin with a cat, which I think is so cute. And then there's another cat one, Sign of the Cat. I'm trying to flip it so you don't see the patterns. And there's that one, which I think is adorable too. And the last one does not have a picture to it, and I can't show that. And I did receive my no, that's not it. I showed you all that. I showed you I got the 2020 issue, but I did get my 23 issue. I don't know where it's at, but I got that as well. And I wanted to show you guys some things that I got from either Walmart or Dollar General that were awesome for either finishing or other things. So I want to share that real quick. And the first thing I want to share is this dome. This is in the, if your Walmart has a dollar spot in your store, these little plastic domes are $5, and they're in Halloween. It's called Halloween Plastic Cloche, and these are perfect if you're doing the Lizzie Kate stand-ups. I have my Uncle Sam in one, and my plan is to put some others in these. I bought 4 more of them, and to keep them in my room. So like I have right now, I have Harriet, the bunny, sitting up here, and I'm worried about her getting dusty while she's sitting up there. I'm going to put her in one of these cloches, and they fit just perfectly in there. And it keeps them dust-free and safe from all the dust. For $5, I thought that was an awesome deal. So you could use that, put a platform in there, a little candle holder or something, put a biscornu or put a drum in there. Anything would be really cool, and it would keep them clean and neat. I got these ornaments over at Walmart, and they are, I bought 2 of them, and they are made of burlap, and they look like this. But my plan is to stitch something and put it right in that circle and cover all that wood up. And it would be a little ornament, a little rustic type ornament. I don't know what I'm stitching for them yet, but I love them. I got 2 of those. I also got at Walmart, these are most adorable things. I'm sorry this video is taking so long. I got so much stuff to share. These adorable gingerbreads are at Walmart for $1.98 a piece, and I could not resist because they are stinking cute. And for $1.98 for an ornament, they are a steal. So you can see they're glittery too, so I'm going to try to hold them at an angle. But there's the gingerbread man, and I'm trying to get these tags out of the way. The gingerbread woman. And then the baking ones, there's the gingerbread woman, the baker. $1.98. And gingerbread man baker. I mean, just so stinking cute. They're all glittery, as you can see, and just adorable. And then I got this one, this is the cookie sheet. And I think this was a little more. Let's see. Now, this is $1.98 too. And it's the cookie sheet with the gingerbread in it, with the little rolling pin, and how adorable is that? So I picked those up because I couldn't resist. They were absolutely adorable. I picked up from the Dollar Tree this morning. Now my Dollar Tree has a section that is Dollar Power something, where they sell something more than $1.25. So they have 3, 5, I think it's 3, 5, 7. And I picked up this, which I thought would be an awesome finish, for $3. This wonderful plaque, this wood plaque. And it is not solid wood. It's kind of like particle. Although it looks like particle. I'm not sure if they've got that painted or what. I think it's particle board with a laminate top on it. But again, I could certainly paint this or put a piece on that would cover all this. And it was only $3, so great deal. And then over at my favorite vendor mall, I got this here, which I thought was a great deal at $1. It's an old plaque with, you know, has a design on it. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to paint it, and something is going on it. But for $1, you can't beat that. Nice solid piece of wood. And I can do what I want with it to make it a finish. So I'm planning on doing that. And I think that is it. Oh, one more thing. I have a couple of project bags. If anyone is interested in purchasing them, if you're a Walking Dead fan, I know the new series of Walking Dead has come out, and I have 2 Walking Dead bags that I'm wanting to sell. So I figured I'd try it on here on my video, and if you're interested, you can contact me at crossmystitches@yahoo.com. And this is the first one, and they are, I'll tell you what size they are. 11 by 13 for the flap one. So this is it, Walking Dead. Okay, front and back. And then it opens up with a Velcro, and that's what the inside looks like. So it is 11 by 13, and I have one of those. And then the second one is a vinyl front, and it is a 12 by 14, almost 12 by 14, like an 11.5 by 13.5. And it is a vinyl front bag. This is the back. And this is the zipper, right? And you have the vinyl front. And both bags will be $20 a piece plus shipping. If you're interested, again, just my email is down below, crossmystitches@yahoo.com. And let me know, and I'll be glad to PayPal you an invoice and get those sent to you. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll be making more bags. I just haven't had the time at all to do bags. Not at all. I think that's it. Sorry, way too much talking. I don't see anything else around me. I have plans. I have tons of jeans laying on my floor. My husband and I both cleaned out our closets. As I'm dropping weight, I've lost 45 pounds. I'm kind of at a standstill. I've been on a standstill for a little over a month. But as we're dropping weight, we're emptying out our closets, getting rid of those clothes, and I have a pile of jeans sitting on my floor from both me and him. And I'm cutting them all up because I'm going to make a denim quilt for our bed with them. So that's my thought right now, to make a denim rag quilt for the bed with all these jeans, because I just hate, I'm not going to throw them away, and I'm not going to give them to the thrift stores. I'm going to make something with them. So I have that plan, and then I think I got hair stuck to my lip. I have little squares cut up to make some project bags in this pretty little yellow and white and blue fabric. So pretty spring colors, and I have plans of making those bags. So I'm trying to stay busy. I am busy, and trying to get some stitching in. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber, please think about liking the video and subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. If there's anything you would like to see, any content that I haven't shared that you would like, if you have questions, anything at all, you can post them below in the comments. I answer everyone's questions. I respond to every message I receive. And I am up to, I think, 2871. I really would like to hit the 3,000 mark in subscribers, so help me boost me up. And so I'll share more content of what I'm working on and do more how-to videos. I really need to get back into that again. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time. Bye.